Tsunami warnings in Japan and the Philippines have now been lifted. Camenzind Broomby is a reporter based in Taiwan and he joins us now. Welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you very much for having me.
Whereabouts are you, Jan? Are you on your way to Hualien?
That's right. I woke this morning in Kaohsiung, a city in the very south of Taiwan. I woke up by that earthquake, like many other people, the strongest earthquake that we've seen in 25 years. We're now heading to, we're in Taitung, a city slightly further northeast, and we're heading on the train to Hualien, which is, as you said, the city that was closest to the epicenter of this earthquake.
Have you seen any earthquake damage so far?
So far, the regions that we've been passing through have been relatively unscathed. Most of the damage seems to be centered around Hualien and Hualien County, which was just kilometers away from the epicenter of that 7.2 magnitude quake. So nothing in the way of damage yet. But we have been speaking to some of the business owners in Hualien who say that the roads leading north that connect Hualien to Taipei, the capital, are completely destroyed to some extent, making it impossible to get north to the capital.
Jan, we're also hearing that the death toll has risen in recent hours to 4 people. Do you expect that to continue rising?
That we don't know. We're going to have to see how many of these buildings have collapsed in total. I've just been seeing that first responders have arrived in Hualien to help people get out of the rubble. Perhaps as they make their way through these buildings, that death toll will rise. And over 100 people so far injured in Hualien, and also some in Taipei, which also saw less significant, but also tremors.
If the roads to Hualien were cut, is that making it difficult for aid to reach the town?
It is making it difficult for aid to reach the town. The government has said that they are increasing the number of flights and ferries that are going to be reaching Hualien with this aid. Going through the water is perhaps the safest way to get there. The issue, of course, is there have also been warning of aftershocks, and as we saw this morning, these aftershocks could lead to smaller tsunamis that could, of course, damage aid that is reaching Hualien by the water.
Jan, earlier I spoke to Taipei-based Emily Feng, who said there were reports that one of the factories that makes chips, conductors, the production has been paused because of this quake. Do we know any more on that? Is that halt continuing?
That's right. TSMC, it's one of Taiwan's biggest companies. They make the majority of advanced semiconductors in the world, actually. They're vital for the chips that you use in your laptops and your phones. They announced that they had paused their production and had evacuated or cleared some of their production facilities. I believe that has since started again, and they are suggesting that there's been very little damage to their production facilities in Taiwan.
And Jan, where were you when the earthquake hit, and what was your experience of it?
I was awoken by the earthquake, like many other people. It sort of began at 7:58 in the morning. I initially thought someone maybe was rattling my bed, and then, of course, realized that there was no one in my room, and went outside. But I will say that the city I was in, Kaohsiung, was not at the epicenter. It was not quite as serious. There were bigger tremors felt in Taipei, further north and in the northeast, and of course in Hualien, which has seen the worst of the damage.
And we have heard that there's been some criticism, it's early yet, but some criticism around the fact that many people in Taiwan didn't get the official warning text, the SMS that is supposed to tell them that a quake is coming. Do you know any more about that?
That's right. There are supposed to be automatic alerts that are sent out when earthquakes are detected, but it didn't happen this time. Taiwan's government is saying that this automatic alert wasn't triggered because the system didn't deem it to be necessary, and people are asking questions about why the system didn't deem it to be necessary when this is the biggest earthquake that's happened in Taiwan in 25 years. So the government announcing that the algorithm will need to be reevaluated. I did get a tsunami warning this morning, but nothing about the earthquake actually on my phone.